Hello, and welcome back to the Community-21 series. Today, we're meeting with Sammy Clements of the Ballymoney British Legion. Times have been difficult for veterans, even in normal times, and of course, many of these issues, whether it be mental health or social isolation, have been exacerbated by the pandemic. Sammy's going to talk about how we can all band together to help veterans out. Here's what he had to say.
I just want to see if you want to start and tell us a bit about yourself and about the British Legion.
My name is Sammy Clements. I'm the club chairman here at Ballymoney Royal British Legion. It's a local club, and our branch, we support the veterans community, we support the ex-service community, and we support the veterans' families. So we do, and we're a non-political, non-sectarian group. So we welcome all the members of the community to use our function room, to use our hall, and to use our bar facilities.
Excellent. What would you say, Sammy, are some of the needs of veterans today? How does the British Legion meet some of these needs, and how have some of these needs been impacted by COVID?
Since March 2020, since COVID became real, Ballymoney Royal British Legion branch and club have reached out to the members of the community, all members of the community, including our ex-service community. During the period of March, April, May and June and July of 2020, we decided at Ballymoney Royal British Legion, in partnership with the Causeway Coast and Glens Council, that we would do various food parcels to support everybody in our community. We travelled near and far, we covered all our community. I think roughly we had about 400 food parcels over a total number of months, and we've done it mostly on a Saturday morning. We had a good team of volunteers here who sourced the food, packed the food, and with the volunteers to deliver the food out to our members of our community, and that was all our community, including our ex-service community. The COVID pandemic for us itself, from March 2015, had seen our premises closed with no meetings or no bar facilities or where veterans could meet and come into an atmosphere which is nice to come into, and you meet different people. You can sit and have a coffee, you can sit and have a chat. So it's just looking after our ex-service community and their families, and we're only back open now since July. So we are. So it's been a hard pull, and with no finances coming on other than government grants, that we have found it very tough. But now we're getting back out to our community and reaching out to the community to support all the community. We're involved in various things with the community. So we are. So we're spread right across the borough here in Ballymoney. So we are, and we want to help our ex-service community and their families.
And do you want to talk about maybe some of your work pre-COVID? What were some of the projects, initiatives you had going on? What were you doing in the community? And were you able to carry some of that over during COVID, even maybe in a different way?
Over the last number of years, more so since October 2015, we've done a major refurbishment job here in Ballymoney Royal British Legion, and we would like to thank our funders for that, because we got a lot of funding to put our premises back into shape, with new ceilings, new electrics, new lights, put new windows in the building, new carpets, new seating. So if we can make our club rooms more accessible to everybody, that they can use them, our members of the community can use it for functions, for parties, for weddings. Reach out. We have various groups who use our club rooms every single day. We have got Slimming World. If you're overweight, come along to Slimming World. We have a wee knitting club on here on a Tuesday morning, and it's somewhere for these members of the community, whether it be ex-service or just members of our community, somewhere they can come, sit down and relax, get their group discussion together, have a wee chat, spend a couple of hours here, and build friendships out the community, that our hall's all accessible to everybody to come and use. So we do, and we like to see more of our community come in here. We've noticed over the last number of years that we're getting more usage within our premises. We've got more people coming to visit us when they are in the town. So it's nice for us to be reaching out to the community and helping the community, that we're here for them, not only for our veterans and our ex-service people, but their families as well. That we have various groups. I've started to name them, we'll be here all day, who use our premises for meetings, ex-regimental association groups. There's various different football clubs that use us here, supporters clubs here, within the community. We have a local football team now involved with us here as well, who are very big supporters of autism, so we're behind them, supporting them, as well as supporting our local puppy appeal every year, that we're reaching the hand out to the community and trying to support our community by having a nice premises, clean and tidy. They can come in either for a social drink or a cup of tea or a cup of coffee. And the halls here, if they say they want a wee party, they want a wee bit of food, we're always accessible to do that for them.
Sammy, I wonder if it's okay to ask, veterans obviously deal with a range of issues. Obviously, mental health is an issue within the veteran community. But I'm wondering, what can the average person do, the average person across communities across Northern Ireland, to support veterans?
What we're trying to do here at Ballymoney Royal British Legion Branch and Club, we're trying to set up a veterans hub. So we are, that we can have the professionals here to speak to the veterans and to speak to the people of the mental health issues, that we as a branch and a club here in Ballymoney that can turn to the veterans and say, this is somewhere very welcome to come. We'll have professionals here who can give you advice and look after your needs. Sometimes it's hard for a veteran who has been an ex-service person to go to their specialist or their doctor. They don't feel right about it, but if they come in among their own community, they come in here and feel welcome, that they can sit down over a cup of coffee or and talk to somebody who will give them advice. And that's our plans going forward, that we can open a veterans hub here in Ballymoney to look after our veterans. After we had a veterans getaway centre with the Royal British Legion had in Portrush, but it was closed down a couple of years ago, and it has left a void in the market, especially in the North Antrim area and right across our borough, that there has to be something for veterans and a place for veterans to go that will be professional help for them here, and that's what we're planning to do in the near future.
And you've speaking of the future, I mean, you've talked about some of the events that you have lined up and the Veterans Hub. Are there any other plans you have as we hopefully are getting close to the end of lockdown?
Well, we would hope the end of lockdown, which is in March 2015 when the COVID first struck, that we'll be closed for 6 weeks. 18 months later, we're hopefully slowly but surely getting back into opening our premises up again, that we can welcome all our community in here, whether it be for a social drink or a meeting or just coming in taking part in some of the activities we put on during the week. And we would hope over the next number of months, as lockdown eases and we get back to some kind of normality. We don't know what normality will be, but we're there for the community, we're there to reach out to the community, and we're trying to help all our community. And with the food parcels, we got to speak into a lot of people. When we were out visiting, we covered the full borough, and it was nice to talk to them people. And the response that we get back from them people was, you're working hard in the Royal British Legion. We can see that with your Facebook page and the amount of food parcels you've delivered. We were covering the full borough, so we were. And it was nice to do that. It was nice to come out to our community and say, we're here to help you. If you need help, there's a contact. With every food parcel, there was a news sheet went out along with it, and people could contact us if they needed help, any kind of help at all, whether it be filling in forms, just generally trying to help the community, that we were here in Ballymoney to support them.
And just last question here, Sammy, what's your message for the community at this time?
My message to the community would be that everybody remains safe. So as this COVID pandemic hasn't gone away yet, hopefully in the next number of weeks or months it will go away. I would wish everybody well and stay safe. And if they need to contact us or they need help, we're here at Ballymoney Royal British Legion. We're here most days of the week. Come in and see us, and if we can help you out, I can assure you we'll leave no stone unturned to try and help our community. We're here for the community. We have reached out over the last number of years to support all our community, and we do see the benefits of it now because we have our community now supporting us, and that's what we're here for. We're all volunteers, so we like to help our community. We want to reach out to the community and bring the community on board with us, and they can all move forward together.
Sammy, one last question, actually. Do you have any unique or inspiring stories from the community over COVID?
We had very, very much so during when we were doing our food parcels. We were out delivering our food parcels here, and not too far from us here, which is the home over as you go out the door on the left-hand side. We went to a gentleman there who is badly disabled, and we delivered a food parcel to him. And to hear his story on his front doorstep, that he never ever thought, you know, that's what the Royal British Legion was doing. We visit a lot of other people, more so elderly in the community, and to be truthful, they couldn't believe what we were doing, that we were giving our time up free of charge as volunteers and taking food parcels out to them. And the amount of letters and cards we received, that I would have brought a tear to your eye, because the people in the community, it was very good to see that we were actually reaching out to the community and putting the effort in and putting the work in. I'd also would say not only the branch members and the club members here who sorted and packed the food, but also like to thank the BCRC here in Ballymoney, because without them and without their help, we would have struggled. They were fit to put everything together for us through the funding packages and through various things they've done for us. They were always here to help us. They had a rota going where we were delivering, what day we were delivering, and they made things a lot easier. But our own volunteers, the branch chairman, the vice chairman, members of the branch and the club, who turned up here every Saturday morning. We had a resident chef, John, made his breakfast always before we went. And we spent the next 4 or 5 hours out delivering food packages while we were closed during the pandemic. Everybody was sanitised, had their face masks on, but people give their time up free of charge, and that was a big thing. But when you're going to somebody's door and you're explaining who you are, you know, and you could see tears in people's eyes, so you could, how thankful they were. They couldn't give you a hug, so they could, but you knew it was there, you knew the feeling was there, and the thanks we got for it. I live in our memory for a long time, that we have reached out to the community and helped the community, and that's what Ballymoney Royal British Legion wants to do. That's what we are doing. You know, we're reaching out to our community to support our community, help our community, and work together with the community, and it makes it better for everybody.